Anyway, should we get into this?
Yeah, let's do it.
What else? Yeah, we find out probably in about a week's time about those press passes.
Yeah.
We should get them.
I got a good feeling, hey. I got a good feeling.
Well, I did. There's this site you can go on to see where your podcast and everything ranks.
Yeah.
And you can do it by genre. By what?
You could do it by like the most niche things. That way number one.
I put in UFC, Western Australia, we're number one.
Fuck yeah. Is that because there's no other UFC podcasts in Australia?
It's there are in WA there's been about 7 or 8 of them.
Okay.
But
they don't post.
Our sheer volume just fucking destroys everyone.
That's so fun.
I know. Oh.
It's like Colby Covington. Like, he doesn't throw with much power, but he throws his volume. That's us.
That's it. We're the Colby Covington. The fucking UFC podcast.
Just fuck it. Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, let's get into this.
I'm really excited for this card. There's some great names on there.
It has the potential to be an incredible card, hasn't it?
There is at least one entertaining person in every fight, except for the first 2, because I don't know who they are really. But
these fight night ones lately have been full of underdog winners and some massive finishes.
Yeah,
the pay-per-views have been impressive of late, which is good. Normally, I've seen pay-per-views where they've started extremely well, had a good early prelims, a massive prelims, and then the main cards died in the arse. But the last couple have been great.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm still happy that that Fayeda got the belt.
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
I know.
I think it's so. I'm happy because I really wanted Izzy to win, just because, not because of the belt or anything, but just because they fought 3 times, he's lost twice. Like I don't know.
3 times.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time. That they
fought.
fought.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted Izzy to finally get one up, because I like Izzy. But I'm kind of happy because now this means Hamzat is going to be the champion. So I'm cool with it.
How big is Fayeda?
It's like I'm totally with Joe Rogan on this. Like he
with
talks
the weight
about,
cut.
Yeah, he talks about it's what was the word? Sanctioned cheating.
Yeah.
And it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Like that is the definition of a weight bully. But if he can make the weight, more power to him. But
weren't there at some point you got a fine if you came in if you stepped in the ring 10% higher or something?
Oh,
I'm
right.
sure someone copped a fight. This was only a couple of years ago and then disappeared. I think Paulo Costa got it.
Oh, okay. Like all of a sudden you have such a big advantage,
Oh, Fajeda was an absolute monster. He made Izzy look small, and Izzy is normally head and shoulders.
Izzy, in that division, Izzy's like one of the tallest, but he made him look like a little boy. But in saying that, Izzy was winning that fight. Like, he was pretty much dominating that fight. So, yeah, it's crazy the way that that's happened. And it's crazy that we've had, like, pretty much on every pay-per-view, we've had, like, the upset in the last round. Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, Izzy and Pereira, and then pretty crazy, hey?
Round 5 KOs by the challenger.
Yeah.
And Usman and Izzy, 2 of the most unbeatable.
Yeah. So dominant.
The only thing that would have been bigger is if Volk got done in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to beat Volk in the 5th? I'm confident with him and Hamzat.
And you mean Islam?
Yeah.
Him and Hamzat would be a different story. Jesus.
Makhachev and...
Hamzat would try to cut down to 145.
With Makhachev, I reckon Volk's going to get it done.
Yeah? My heart says Volk, but my brain says Islam. But I don't think it's going to be easy.
No.
Because also, I think the fact that Volk is a lot smaller and really fast is something Islam probably hasn't come up against.
So fast.
Because from what I know, he's only ever fought at 155. So...
Islam?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is Volk going to be any slower because he's bigger?
Maybe. That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine if he gets more power in those hands, though.
Izzy reckons he's going to bet the house on Volk, which, fuck, more power to you, I guess. But
what do you reckon? Is there any odds up yet?
I assume... Oh, no, I doubt it. It's in February, but we'd have to have a look. I should have brought my laptop. Fuck.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go. What the hell?
Volk's $3.45.
I feel like that should be bigger, to be honest. I feel like that should be $4.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my lock. Oh, that's going to be great. If have they announced if Jack is going to be on the card? Jack Della?
Jack Della. I mean, hopefully. I can't see why they wouldn't. He didn't get hurt in his last fight, from what we know.
That will bring the absolute house down when he comes out, if he gets on that card. That'd be so good. Eternal MMA 72 is on this weekend. Do you know who's fighting in it? I believe it's the vacant Australian. No, it's not. It's the Australian Featherweight Championship. Do you know who's fighting?
Of course I do, Brad. Of course I do.
I can't even believe I can't. You've got it in your diary. That's
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw. That's tomorrow night.
I'm so excited.
That is going to be pumped. How are we going to watch it? UFC Fight Pass?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. That's the only
only $10 a month.
Oh, bargain. Foxtel.
Not to.
Oh, Dana Zavora. Got a shout out to Dana Zavora.
Yep,
she sent me some cool stuff. Dana, thank you very much for those. That was awesome. I love that. And Foxtel remotes. And Foxtel stubby holders.
See, the problem is if we start putting all this stuff up, especially the UFC merchandise that we're getting, I feel like it's going to get to a point where we just look we look like virgins, you know? Like we're just such dick riders for the UFC.
Yeah, that's me. I don't care. That's exactly what I do. Justin Van Herrden, Lockjaw, he's going to get it done tomorrow night. Oh, this is going to be so good. What time's the fight? The fight will probably be on at about 10 o'clock. No, it'll be early. It'll be about 8 o'clock our time, Perth time. Justin, if you're listening to this, if Justin does make it through, which I no doubt he will, and he gets UFC, he better not forget about us because we've been on the Lockjaw train from the start. Justin, just remember that. Just remember who was supporting you back in the day.
Absolutely, I like to think of him as our son. To be honest,
we have moulded him. Actually, when you win this belt tomorrow night, just feel free to give us a shout out as well by name.
Could you imagine?
I want to thank Anthony and Brad for their support. Yeah, Alec is useless.
Alec, go fuck yourself.
Oh, that'll be so good. How do you reckon? Something just tells me, though, I think, I mean, of course, I'd love to see him in the UFC, but I think Lockjaw would. How do you reckon he's going to go on someone like but what's so funny?
No, in my head, I'm picturing the shout out to the Grelka Republic and the effect that could have on us. I feel like that would be amazing for us.
I'm sure there is going to be some people.
I wonder if we could do it.
No, because it's probably a lot of people that have put in more work than us that he's going to thank. He doesn't have that much time.
No, but like
straight off the bat, when he's getting the belt, the first Grelka Republic, thank you guys, you made this happen for us.
No, just at some point during his post-fight speech because he's going to win.
Post-fight, maybe backstage, just a shout out.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
That would be so cool.
Lockjaw, get it done.
That we would genuinely be the number one podcast in WA.
We are the number one podcast in WA. That's actually official. Yeah. Oh, this microphone's giving me
because we just spam
everyone. Volume, we're the Colby Covington.
Yeah. Not racist though.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not Trump supporters here. This will be good. I can't wait to see this. Get it done, Lockjaw. I'm going to be watching on Fight Pass.
I'm so excited.
And as soon as you finish, just send me a message as well. I actually I can't believe I did it. I got an Instagram account.
Like you got a personal one?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Never before have I got one. And somehow, don't add me, people, because I don't want to talk to anyone. So I don't know. I haven't done any posts.
Why did you make one?
Why?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to. Somehow, look at Lockjaw.
Speak of the devil.
Speaking of the best-looking man in Eternal MMA, Lockjaw, 64, 145 made weight. There was never any doubt. Has that man ever missed weight?
I don't think so.
He's
a professional.
Oh, the constant professional, soon to be featherweight champ of Eternal.
Yeah.
Jeez, we're on his nuts today, aren't we?
Absolutely.
For some reason, I did this, and all these people started following me.
Are they all robots?
No, they're not.
Oh.
Have a guess. Okay, you followed me.
What?
I don't know how this happened.
Oh, yeah, I did too. Oh, no, I remember. It just came up on my recommended.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, Brad got one.
But have a guess who's sponsoring? Someone with a tick. Oh, it's not who's sponsoring me. Jesus. Who's following you?
Someone with a tick, and I have to guess. Oh, well. What the fuck?
Max Payne Griffin is following me.
Why?
I don't know.
I know we've had interactions with him before, like through the Grelka thing,
He's only,
But why is he following your post?
I have no idea. I haven't put any posts up yet. I'm working on it. I'm getting there slowly.
I remember ages ago, I don't even remember this guy's name. That's how, not really notable he was. But it was like a Bellator heavyweight who had like 2 fights. And I don't think he's there anymore. He followed me randomly, and I remember being like so excited. But then there's you with 45 followers and no post, and Max Griffin from the UFC follows you.
I have no idea how this happened, but shout out to Max Griffin. The Lockjaw follows me as well. That's the only one I really care about.
That's true.
The rest of you can go to hell as long as Lockjaw.
I want one follower, and that's Lockjaw. The rest.
Lockjaw. What is your? I don't even know what your Instagram is.
It's just my name, I think.
Steph to Steph 7.
Yep.
There we go. Lockjaw, get on it. Lockjaw's is Lockjaw MMA. That's his Instagram. How many followers have you got?
Oh, 1 million.
He'd have to. He hasn't got that many. What's going on? You watch. Okay, I'm just saying this. Yep. After tonight, you watch. You watch all these people jump on the Lockjaw train.
He's one of those people. He's a low rider.
Oh yeah, doesn't spend too much time.
Yeah,
on Instagram. He spends more time training.
Focus on his craft.
He's so good. God, I hope he wins. I've talked that much shit about him to people over the last 6 months. Shit. Good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. Saying, if he'll get up. There's no doubt. Anyway, should we get in this card for this weekend?
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, one more thing. Last weekend's card, we're talking about when Derek Lewis got taken to hospital. Do we find out why he went to hospital?
It was something to do with his weight cut and COVID or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of a dog.
Like, it's Derek Lewis. He doesn't cut weight. It doesn't make sense.
What why I did love last weekend's card is this will go down in history with Ion Cutelaba headlining it and Chase Sherman as the co-main.
So
bad.
Wait, did I win? I won the belt, didn't I?
I haven't even checked.
I think I did.
Here we go.
Well, I just want to I counted it and I said
here we go. I just can't believe. How's the chin on Chase Sherman, by the way? Did you see him? He was absolutely belted.
Yeah, but Waldo is insane, though. I reckon he's going to be a problem. He's a good fighter.
But he landed 149 as a heavyweight, and Chase stayed up.
That's awesome.
Chase has just got. Oh.
Yeah, I won. Yeah, I'm the champ. Where's your marker?
I'll do it later. I still got to put one in. Oh, yeah, I've got to put one in for Alec and then one in for you. You can do that now. You can do it now. Make sure it's nice and neat.
Of course. Fuck, you're in the lead.
Oh, I went on a run. I went on a massive run.
Jesus Christ.
What about Jones and Francis?
I've got a weird feeling. I think...
Tell me what you think.
I think John is one of the greatest of all time. He's not the greatest because GSP exists, but he is a super smart fighter, good everywhere. Like, you can't deny it. But the fact that this is his first ever heavyweight fight, he is so much heavier now than he was at 205, and his first fight is Francis, who we've seen all of a sudden, and we only saw a glimpse of his wrestling, like the takedown defense against Stipe. I've just got a bad
against
feeling.
Garn.
Against Garn. Yeah, I've just got a bad feeling for John.
Do you reckon he's going to get hit?
There's too many. It wouldn't surprise me if he wins, but there's too many new factors coming into it. So
how big is Jones though? Like, what would he be weighing?
Oh, he looks huge.
What would you say, 250?
That's the number that popped up in my head.
Yeah.
But maybe a little bit lighter, 240 maybe. But regardless, that's a huge increase.
Massive.
That's. I don't know. I really don't know.
I'd like to see it. I reckon that I have this feeling that we will never see Francis in the UFC again.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking.
I reckon he's going to go to boxing. I reckon he's going to chase money and he's going to go to boxing.
Yeah. Was it you that was telling me about? Because obviously he talks about fighter pay a lot. Was it you that was saying that Francis bought a couple Lamborghinis or something?
There is photos of him with all this stuff, whether he owns it or leases it, 90% of the so-called influencers do.
What did you think, just before we get into the card, what did you think about, the PFL and how they give out the $1 million to the people who make it to the final of the tournament? I'm seeing all this praise, right? And my general stance on fighter pay in the UFC is I think they should get paid more, but I also don't know the ins and outs of all of it. But
you know where I stand on this.
Yeah, but I forget what your points are. Because, I don't know.
Points are there's a contract that's been signed.
Yeah.
And people talk about the money they make in boxing, but that is only the absolute top echelon of people making that card. And they go, this person made $5 million to fight. But you have a look, and the co-main event made $14,000.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
No one. Absolutely nothing. And it's all just this top 1% taking all the money, where in the UFC, it seems to be like if you are in the top 25%, you want that. You want that money.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I don't. I'm fine. I reckon they signed a contract. They have never been. You have a look, and they've never been forced to sign with the UFC. And you have a look at what they go through to get to the UFC. So it's like they've gone in things like Eternal. They've gone through Contender Series or the Ultimate Fighter. They've done all this stuff, and their main goal is to get that contract. And then they sign the contract, and they go, I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't sign it.
Yeah.
Go to Bellator or One or somewhere else, or Ryzen.
I guess even in the instance of if someone signed a contract for 5 fights, right, and the first 4 are, at a level that they're used to. No, sorry, the first 3 are they're versing someone at their sort of level, and they win all 3. And then they take a short notice fight against someone who's a number 1 contender, for example, but they're still going to get paid the same amount. I guess, that the fighter should be ready to know that could happen. They could find themselves in that position, and they're probably going to get paid the same, from before, if that makes sense. Yeah,
when you go to the UFC, you should be ready to fight anyone in the UFC.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
think it's like, okay, I'm going to sign.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. They're not taking amateurs in there.
Yeah.
They're taking professionals.
It's true. Yeah, fair enough.
So if you get in there, I reckon that you should be. Well, I'm a chance of beating anyone.
Yep. Yep. Well, even with the whole thing with the PFL, people were praising the PFL. They say they do it. This is so much better than the UFC because of pay, but also fight quality. One of those is obviously so not true. The fight quality is not the same as the UFC.
Not even close.
But even the $1 million, that doesn't happen often at all in the PFL. It's only every now and then they do those tournaments. And in the lead up to the tournaments, they get paid I saw someone share a screenshot from all these different contracts from all these different fighters that fought prior to the $1 million, and they get paid nothing. It's fuck all. So I don't think it's that great.
No.
I didn't understand the praise.
No, because they only just focus on that. You can manipulate stats in any way to support your opinion.
Yep.
Where no, you don't have to sign with the UFC, and I don't think you should. I've seen a part of a UFC contract, and I believe that they are to be offered. I could be wrong. This is what I saw, so don't get on my back. But they're offered 3 fights a year.
The UFC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every UFC fighter is offered 3 fights per year, pending injury or suspension due to a fight. You know how you get a 60-day suspension, things like that. But I'm pretty sure it's 3 fights a year you're offered, which is a lot. Very, very few besides, say, Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
And Lockjaw won't fight those 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I think people have just got to, if you want to get paid that money, you got to keep fighting. You got to get up there.
Yeah. That's what Kevin Holland says.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, good on him. All right.
Let's get into it.
Actually, before we do it, how many just before we get into it? Let's have a look.
So true.
Zurgas last weekend was robbed.
Was he? I didn't watch the fight.
Ultimate multi-killer is Zurgas. His record is terrible, 1-5. He won those first 2 and then lost and then just went, I'm done with this game.
Awesome.
At all. Frankie the Answer's gone.
Yeah.
Magomed's gone. Oh, that was a bit rough. Who else? There was someone else.
What was his 3-2?
Magomed. That's it. Okay, Askar. Askar got cut.
No.
He did. I'm sure he did. It was there. When I had
Askar Askarov?
Yep.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Didn't he just fight Kara
France? Yep, he's gone. At the end, Askar requested was granted a release. Yeah, he was gone. That was what was on it. Okay, so that's what I said. Askar.
What?
Gone. So Askar was 11-0 before the UFC, okay, with no decisions or finishes.
Yeah.
In the UFC, he was 3-1-1. They all went to the cards.
Yeah.
I think to go from absolute domination, which he did in, what was it? It was in ACB, which stands for...
He was there for a long time.
Absolute championship. I can't even say that last name, whatever it is. So he's come in, and then he starts going to the cards. And I'm not saying this is what's happened, but I have seen a few fighters be very dominant, finish everyone, come into the UFC, realise the standard, and their confidence drops. And I'm not saying, I mean, that one against Kai, that was borderline. He only won that. And then he would have been, what would he have been then? 15 and 0-1.
Yeah.
And got one draw. I don't know whether the mental side of things, I mean, hopefully it's nothing too bad with him, but I think it was more reassessing that it's not going to be a run straight to the title and then to win it. Because in the UFC, who did he fight? He fought Pantoja, who's not bad. Tim Elliott's not bad.
He fought good fighters, and I remember that Tim Elliott fight. That was not easy for him.
No,
Tim puts up a fight.
Drew with Brandon Moreno. That was pretty...
I remember the one moment I remember from the Tim Elliott fight is Askar clinches him up against the cage, and then Tim reverses it, so now Askar's up against the cage. And Tim just they didn't look like they did anything, but he turned into Sonic the Hedgehog and just started punching his ribs like this.
Yeah.
And he got 10 off. It was fucking awesome. Didn't do anything.
That's good stat.
Literally looked like they weren't doing anything at all, but it was cool.
Okay, on the prelims, this prelim's not bad. Firstly, we got Tracy Cortez, who is Ortega's side piece,
who hasn't been cut.
I'm saying she's on a 10 fight win streak, 5-0 in the UFC, and missed her weight on debut.
Yeah.
Now this is the Brazil Athletic Commission, the CAB MMA at its absolute best. Because I remember this fight. Okay, she missed weight on her debut. It was it was so wrong. Here we go. It was at Blachowicz versus Jacare in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Jeez, that's not suspect. Anyway, she missed weight, but it says later on the same day, the Brazil Athletic Commission executive director, I'm not going to say that last name, announced that due to an error on the scales used at the weigh-ins, it was set 0.07 pounds above the official scale, and thus both fighters were officially cleared for missing weight.
Wow.
So that was the same day. So they've turned around later on in the day going, oh, no. And have a guess how much she missed weight by.
Oh, God.
0.07. Oh, how unlucky is that? I need to do that with Oliveira's fight against Gage.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It was a joke. Yeah. Anyway, I watched it. It was such a sham. Anyway, that's it. So she's up against Amanda Ribas. She's 5-2 in the UFC. Her only losses are to Chikagian and Marina Rodriguez.
Both honourable losses.
That wasn't too bad. Michael Johnson. He's on this card. He's the one. Didn't I read something like he's the one that could KO Francis Ngannou and then
lose to Roxanne Modafferi?
Okay. Michael Johnson is 12-14 in the UFC. Yeah. That's a horrible record.
But he's beaten the best.
Hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Michael Johnson.
He is just... it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense.
Didn't he KO Poirier?
Yeah,
he did.
He beat Poirier. He beat Tony Ferguson as well.
He beat Lobov.
Wow.
He beat the guy that beat Khabib.
Khabib, no, man. That guy's the GOAT.
Beat Tony Ferguson.
That's insane.
Jesus Christ.
But then he loses to Clay Guida, in 2021. How do you do that?
Oh, Steve Ray. Lost to Malaki. Oh, Malaki's an Australian. I'll give him that. Yeah. That is, but yeah, beats Barboza.
Lauzon.
Barboza in his prime. 2015 Barboza.
That's insane, man. That is insane.
Split loss to Benil.
Yeah.
He just drives me absolutely insane. Would you tip him?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Wait, who's he versing though?
He is. Hang on, let's have a look. He is both. Mark
Diakiese. Oh, that's a good fight.
That is so good. But if you have a look, I believe, just off the top of my head, I believe Diakiese has only ever won one fight outside of the UK.
Oh.
I think. Let me just double check that before everyone gets on case. Darren Elkins is 475, 475. Darren the Damage
against Jonathan Pierce.
Yeah,
I mean Jonathan's really good, but you can never count Elkins out that much.
Never.
Yeah,
Darren the Damage.
Is that your lock?
Big fan. Michael Johnson's 3.
That's crazy.
There is. You know what this. I haven't hit those buttons for ages. This multi is going to be so fat. It's going to be just pure juice. Diakiese, what am I doing? We are off the rails here today.
No, we're still on topic.
When Diakiese won back in 2017 in round 1 against Timu, that was Manu against
Anderson.
And Corey Anderson is doing well just lost the $1 million in the Bellator. When he won that fight, I went, this guy is a contender. Yeah. He was just absolutely unbelievable.
Looked awesome.
Have a look at all his fights are in England or in Ireland.
Yep.
Okay. He comes over, he loses in Vegas, loses in Hamburg, wins in London, that's Europe, loses Abu Dhabi, Vegas again. That's his only win in Colombo, and then wins in London again.
So he's going to lose.
I thought he was incredible.
Yeah, it's just hard because Michael looks horrible now. In the ring, he just looks like an old man. He's just not the same at all. But he could definitely still win. But
have a guess how old he is, Diakiese.
I feel like he's young.
29.
That's crazy, man.
That's such a shame. I had such high hopes for this guy.
He kind of looks like Cisco. Did you just guess which one that was?
No, I know. This one. Oh, no, I was watching it. Yeah, how good's that?
I love
Staggering. That. That's so good. I redid some of these. Let's have a listen.
Classic.
Yeah. Julian Outlaw Ward.
Routinely give the child the juice.
I think these are mainly based on juice. I did this when my kids did the $1 million to 1.
Yeah,
that was so never funny. Again.
No,
never again.
That was hilarious.
Those 2 peanuts in here. They drove me mad. What else? Max. Okay, this is with Michael Johnson's record. Jeez, we're going back a bit here. He's 12-14 in the UFC. Max Holloway is at a 63% win rate in the UFC.
All because of Volk. That's crazy.
Max Holloway. Let's have a look here.
It's crazy.
He is 3-4 in his last 7.
Damn.
Volk just destroyed him.
Yeah.
Volk has killed it, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, Max won the second fight, but yeah, just...
But if you go, Max Holloway's got a 63% win record, you'd think he's a bit of a hack.
Yeah, but he's not.
He's not one of the greatest in that division.
Yeah.
Guida against Holzman. Oh, sorry, you go.
Sorry, do you, Aldo or Max?
Aldo.
Yeah, I agree.
No question.
I agree.
Absolutely, no question.
Cool.
Aldo if Aldo was 5 years, there's a lot of those guys that just dominated in Strikeforce and just came across because Strikeforce was massive in the US, but we never got any Strikeforce.
No.
We pretty much only started getting UFC in Australia pretty much when Rousey came in, a consistent feed of
That's true, actually, yeah. And I actually watched her debut the other day. And
I did see that.
That was so sus.
And she just sort of ran in and took and went for the clinch straight away.
Yeah, but the way she won was she told the ref that her opponent tapped, even though her opponent didn't tap, and she won. And no one questioned it. Probably because she's so.
I've got some very suspect judge decisions coming up a bit later. Yeah. One of them. Dan Mergliata is a cheat. I don't care what anyone says, and I will prove it here today. Next one, we got Clay Guida versus Holtzman. Clay Guida, 18-14 in the UFC.
Far out.
He's one of those guys, had that one fight against Diego Sanchez, and that has made his career.
Absolutely.
Exactly like Holly Holm.
Yeah, the one fight against Rousey.
One fight against Rousey has made his career. Thing is, he lost that fight against Diego.
Yeah, but it was just so entertaining, and that was crazy.
His chin is gone.
Absolutely.
Clay's chin is just glass.
Yeah.
Holzman is 7-5 in the UFC.
Class.
Oh, I
like that.
It is.
Yeah.
Holzman 7-5 in the UFC, 2-fight losing streak. His best win though was over Jim Miller.
That's a tough win. That's a tough thing to handle, and he passed it. That's awesome.
Who you got for this one? Let's have a look at some odds. Where are we?
Clay Guida's obviously going to be the underdog.
Underdog 250. It's not that far apart.
I'm going to go Holtzman for this one.
Yeah, I don't think Guida. I think Guida needs to retire. Nothing against Guida. He's been very, very good. But how old will Guida be now? 40. Oh yeah, mate. It's over. Trust me.
Wasn't it like they didn't put him in one of the UFC games because they asked him to shave his head because they couldn't do the animations for his hair? Or
and then he didn't want to do it.
And they offered him like money.
Yeah, it's like 10 grand to shave your head. And he goes, nah. Awesome. He loves those locks. Imagine Clay Guida with the shaved head. That'd be even scarier.
Oh, people would just get knocked out in the first round from fear.
All right, main card. Let's get on this main card.
Let's do it.
Straight up, Eryk Anders needs a win so badly.
What happened? I thought he was so good, and then just one day just dropped.
Don't know. I don't know. He is like, for me, he was like the Greg Hardy. He's like Greg Hardy, but without the domestic violence. Like, I like Eryk Anders so much. I was so hoping he'd win, and he looks so good. He's a former NFL player, very athletic, but does come in and try just almost that bully using just raw power. Yeah. He's got one win in his last 5 fights.
That's crazy.
That is so sad.
I just remember his last win was like pretty fucking dominant. And then
against Darren Stewart.
Yeah, like that was a tough win. Darren Stewart's no joke. And then just, I mean, to be fair, Andre Muniz, amazing fighter, but just does not look good at the moment, and it sucks.
It's such a shame.
But also, he's in movies now. He was in a movie.
Anders.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking man.
Very recently. He's a good-looking man.
Oh, gorgeous.
But, yeah.
He needs this win.
He does. I'm going to take Dorcas in this, though. I just think out of the two of them, just based off performance alone in the last few, I just think Dorcas wants it more. That's what I see in his fights compared to Eryk.
How would you rate Dorcas on the ground in this division?
Very good.
Very good?
Yeah.
If this goes to ground, I reckon Anders is going to have a hard time getting up.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Kyle, when he fought Kevin Holland, he was winning that fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I truly believe he was in the head clash. He's been KO'd in June by Dolidze. That was that knee. Did you remember seeing that knee?
Yeah.
And he got 2 orbital fractures and fractured his eye socket. Okay, that was only in June, so 6 months ago.
Wow, that's a fast turnaround. I mean,
how quick do you heal from a double orbital and eye socket fracture?
Yeah, I mean, like, remember Masvidal and Diaz got canned because no, wait, was it? No, sorry, not Masvidal and Diaz. It was Marlon Moraes and Sandhagen.
Yeah.
That got called off so early, and the justification was because he broke his orbital. So the fact that Kyle's endured 2 of those at the same time, and then 6 months later has come back, that's crazy.
Well, Koscheck, GSP broke Koscheck's orbital in round 1.
Good.
And then jabbed him on it for the next 4.5 rounds.
That's so bad. It's smart, but that's so gross.
That was no good. I don't know how he didn't lose an eye.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said 5 months recovery. I don't know, because against Dolidze, he wasn't looking good.
Yeah.
At all.
And Dolidze, credit to him, he's just hit a new level.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. I reckon if Kyle stands there, and because of how heavy Eryk Anders' hands are, I reckon if he gets hit around that face, it was the left eye from memory.
Yeah.
I think Eryk is just going to go out there and try to drop him. I think he's going to want to finish it early, just punch, obviously, for that eye.
Just keep moving forward.
Kyle's going to want to take this straight to the ground. They're both southpaws. I'm sure they're both southpaws, these guys. So obviously that is a little less favourable for Eryk Anders.
It just wouldn't surprise me if Kyle takes this by sub.
You reckon? Take him down?
Yeah.
Surely Eryk Anders is taller, though, isn't he?
I'm going to try
He just seems a lot bigger.
Well, yeah, when I think of the two, I think of Eryk being way fatter for some reason. I mean, 6'1". How?
Hang on. Why? What? This is a middleweight. Eryk Anders. Oh, yeah, he's middleweight. Sorry. I thought Eryk Anders used to fight at light heavy.
Yeah.
Light heavy bout. There we go. It went against Darren Stewart. He was better.
That was a light heavyweight.
He was. Okay, so all of his losses have come at middleweight.
Oh, Jesus.
And this is at middleweight.
That's not looking good.
That's not looking good for Eryk Anders.
And yeah, Andre Muniz is middleweight, so he's obviously fought him there. That's crazy.
Where are some of these odds here? Can you see him anywhere?
There you go, Eryk Anders. That you just
275.
Yeah.
Kyle Dog, that is a heavy favourite.
Yeah, I think those are a bit generous there to Dorcas. I don't think he's got that much of a chance.
No, I'm going Eryk Anders in this.
I'm going to go Dorcas.
Delusional. Next up, Thai Tuivasa against Sergei Pavlovich.
Yes.
Thai almost beat Garn.
Yeah, that was so close.
So close to beating Garn. If he would have won that, title shot against Francis.
Yep.
Thai versus Francis. I mean, everyone thought that Garn was just going to take Francis down and dominate him there.
Yeah.
Thai versus Francis would have just been a slugfest, and whoever landed first.
Yeah.
He was a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. I'll never forget that moment where Ty rocked the shit out of Cyril Garn.
Yeah.
I love that as well.
That's I reckon the first time he was out for a split second.
Yeah.
If he could have finished, and that was in France from memory.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Jesus.
They did the photo outside next to the Eiffel Tower and stuff, and yeah, it was cool.
I don't know. I think he's what is it? Lost a shot. He had another loss. What did I write there? I can't even read that. Anyway, obviously that big win over Derek Lewis. Why I think this one's going to end early, because both of these guys are a little bit reckless with the punches.
Yep.
They both got a chin on them. So Ty, 13 of his 14 wins of IKO, and Sergei, 13 of 16 of IKO.
Yeah, Sergei's huge.
He
they both
massive.
are. Sergei just looks like he's got way more muscle mass though than Ty.
Ty's still a little bit, but yeah, but that suits him.
But it doesn't really matter when it comes to heavyweight anyway. But yeah,
it's whoever lands first.
Yeah.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, Ty's fast though. For a heavyweight,
Ty needs to use those leg kicks.
Yeah, they're brutal.
I reckon if Ty, I've seen Sergei gassed a fair bit. I mean, I've seen Ty gassed as well. If Ty, I think the longer this fight goes on, I think it favours Ty more.
Yeah,
I think Ty's got, and this is nothing against Sergei, but I think Ty just seems to have more heart.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think he'll just keep going, and both of these guys seem to punch their way out of problems. Like once they're in,
like Ty and
Greg Hardy. Yeah. So Sergei, 17-1. Jesus Christ, his only loss was Overeem, ground and pound KO. That's right, he got him down. What's Ty? I mean, Ty, is his ground game improving? Has to be.
Well, you'd assume so, because he trains with like a very intelligent team of people. So I doubt that he's not improving on those areas.
He did try to take, when he fought Sakai, he did try to take him down a couple of times, which I thought was a big call, because Sakai's not bad on the ground. Yeah. He's had a bad run.
Yeah, rough one. But yeah, I wonder if Ty's going to even try to get him. If he's smart, he'll get Sergei to the ground, because Sergei hasn't really got a ground game.
Maybe.
So
maybe open up with some leg kicks. Those leg kicks from Ty are just savage. Okay, I'm going to predict what's going to happen here. Ty is going to start with the leg kicks, going to shoot. He's going to shoot, take down Sergei, and absolutely drain him in round one, and then finish him in the second.
Damn.
That's a big call. I know, very specific.
I want to have one of those moments that we can turn into a YouTube short.
Saying that we predicted this.
I want to choose a fight and be like, I reckon this is going to happen, and I'll explain it in detail. And then as I'm explaining it, half the screen's cut. It's me explaining it, and then it happening.
We've talked a lot of shit.
Yeah, and then you put that music in the background, like one of the TikTok fucking songs, but like the epic ones. Like you can put them behind.
I'm not
anything.
on TikTok.
Well, neither am I. But it
sounds like you are.
Instagram then.
Well, I'm on Instagram now. Max Payne follows me. Ty Tuivasa's the underdog, 281. That's a decent underdog.
Wow, what?
Let's have a look at Ty Tuivasa KO round 2.
Ty is the type of fighter to lose a fight against someone like Cyril Garn and then just come back so strong.
So strong. Well, he's beat Derek Lewis since, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. So he's got a win since.
Was Derek Lewis before Garn or after?
Derek Lewis was after Garn, wasn't he?
I think you're right.
Let's have a look here. Yeah, I'm sure of that. No, sorry, Cyril Gane. What was I talking
was
about?
before Gane, okay.
Jeez, that's bad from me.
Pretty smart.
I don't even know what I was looking at there. Okay, this is why everyone predicts that this fight's going to end. The KO for Sergei is $1.77. KO for Ty is $3.25. The next best odds is Sergei to win on points at 10-1.
Jesus.
There's no way this fight. It's only a 3-rounder. There's no way this one's going to the cards.
No way.
I'm going to go Ty.
There's nothing worse than when a heavyweight fight goes to the cards.
Could you imagine if Ty slipped in a submission?
Oh,
that'd be so good. That would be so good. But he wouldn't. He'd just
no
prefer
way.
No, someone could have their neck open and Ty would just go, no.
Ty would take someone down and be like, this is boring, and then just stand up and wait for them to get back up again.
I'm going to go Ty by KO round 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ty by KO round 1.
Is there going to be a takedown?
Nah.
I'm going to go takedown. I'm going to go Ty, takedown,
Jesus.
leg kick, takedown, wear him out, get up at the end of the round, finish him in round 2.
I hope that happens.
be so good.
Because
I'd
then we
lose
can
my
make the YouTube short, and that'll be sick.
Jeez, here we go. Let's just make some horrible calls and hope one of them come off. What I should do is record every possible outcome and then just choose the one.
Oh man, that's
Gotta be
genius.
People do. Well, why don't we just do it afterwards?
Yeah.
That'd be a lot quicker.
Look up the podcast where you predicted the Pena and Nunes fight.
Yeah.
Wear the same clothes and film and just say exactly what happens, and then
And put like a little time state.
yeah.
Okay, next up we got Barbarena against RDA. Brian Barbarena, he's coming off a KO win over. Oh, that was sad against Robbie Lawler. Was done. Robbie Lawler is 15-12 in the UFC.
Yeah, it sucks to see. But I've got some notes about this fight, some mental notes.
Oh, okay, I'll just let me scan over Brian. Brian handed Sage Northcutt his first loss.
Awesome. Fuck that guy.
That's a bit harsh. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. He's sort of adapted this sort of like this farmer character now, hasn't he? Coming out in the overalls.
It's awesome.
Look, I reckon it suits him. He's on a 3-fight win streak. This one here, I reckon, will put him in the top 10. So he's not even ranked at the moment. Okay, so you got RDA at 7 and Barbarena's ranked.
As if.
I know. So I was thinking, if he gets up over RDA, where would he slot in? And wherever he does slot in, Tony is going to be out of the top 15.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just put him where Tony is because he beat number 7.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor has to piss off out of those rankings.
Right. He can't go above Moicano because he's just had a good win.
Is 14 reasonable?
I reckon he'll go in at 14.
Yeah.
I reckon Conor will go to 15 and Ferguson will go out.
Yeah.
And where would RDA go?
But that just sucks because that's a big win by Barbarena if he pulls that off, you know?
Would he go top 10? Could you slot him in at 10 above Jalen Turner?
Maybe.
He deserves it. He's beat Robbie Lawler's a name, but Robbie Lawler's really had his day.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Demir at number 12.
Oh, yeah.
And Demir gets pushed down to number 13. And then
maybe
Moicano 14 and then Conor 15, I guess.
Dan Hooker just had a win. It wasn't
That's why
the toughest opponent.
Yeah.
Can't put it above Dan. I reckon. Yeah, I think you're right. I'd put him in at 12 because beating the 7th rank, normally you'd go top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to win.
RDA is 20-12 in the UFC. He's only been stopped 4 times. 3 KOs, 1 sub. He got KO'd by Fiziev. That's a bad spelling. In July, the only other losses by KO is to Eddie when he lost the belt. And Jeremy Stevens on debut. We've watched this, but I'm going to watch this again. Have you seen this? Have you seen this punch?
I have, because we've watched it.
I'm going to watch it again.
Let's do it. He was so ugly back then, eh?
Look at this uppercut. How didn't he see it coming?
It's so telegraphed. Oh, Jesus, man.
I tell you, Jeremy Stevens, someone better keep an eye on Jeremy Stevens. Have you seen some of the stuff he's been saying lately?
No.
He's been talking about how he feels like he's a murderer and everything, and he's got this killer inside him.
Oh, God.
He's talking about Jeffrey Dahmer and understanding it all.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was detailed, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
It's how calm he was. I remember when it was going on. I remember the when he was actually going through court.
shit.
Yeah.
You're that old.
Yeah, I know. I'm
That's
that old.
crazy.
I was pre-internet.
Man, that's insane. You have the spirit of youth.
I was 22 when I got my first mobile. And that's like when everyone was getting their first mobile.
Yeah, of course.
I still remember my mate setting up my first ever email.
Jesus,
I was
man.
about 21.
Did you ever have MSN or anything? No, you're probably like in your 20s or something when that was.
Yeah, that messenger thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That came on.
I was like 11 when I was on that.
Okay, let's not talk about that. Okay, let's get back. RDA, what else have you got? RDA taking out Moicano. Do you remember his fight against Moicano?
Yep.
That is what I believe he's going to do. Brian is nowhere near as good on the ground as RDA. If RDA gets him down, it's going to be a repeat of that, which was a boring fight.
It would have been interesting to see Moicano like with a full camp because that was on short notice, that fight. But
he was so confident as well.
Yeah. But so with this fight, right, I'm taking RDA and I'm actually really confident about this pick because in Brian's last fight, like, look, I get it, it's Robbie Lawler, he's a legend, but I think that status that people think of when they think of Robbie gets in the way of his performances because he looks horrible out there every time now. Like, even against
Diaz?
Even against Diaz, he looks sloppy as. And Diaz looked horrible, you know? So I tipped Brian for that fight, and the fact that Brian looked just so sloppy against Lawler, there was a point where he nearly lost. He nearly got knocked out. I think there was a couple times, actually.
He got rocked. I remember getting rocked.
Yeah, I think RDA is just way too technical, way too good at everything else. Like, I don't think Brian can handle RDA at all.
Not a chance.
Yeah, this is my lock for the night.
Like, have a look at some odds here. Let's have a look at RDA. Where are you?
Yeah, huge
Oh,
favourite.
$1.16. Yeah, that's a sure thing.
Yeah.
I do like an underdog. I do like some juice, but that is too juicy.
He just looked horrible against Robbie, and that wasn't convincing at all.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we'll go straight to the main event next. Who else? Who did we miss? We missed one. Mattias against Matt Schnell. Nah, I'm not keen.
Yeah, neither.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, straight to the main event. Wonderboy, number 6.
You see Jack Black's walking out with him?
I heard that. Like, doing what? Like, singing?
I don't know.
I must be singing.
Maybe.
Can't just be walking out there with him.
That would be cool.
Wonderboy's 39 years old.
That's crazy,
I
man.
know.
This
That
is such a tough fight to pick.
I'm going to go Wonderboy. I'll just say straight off the bat.
Okay.
He drew with Woodley in 2016 for the belt. I thought he was going to have it. He knocked out Robert Whittaker as well.
Yeah.
Since the draw, he's gone 3-5. He's had all UD losses. He's been with his losses. He's never been really hurt. I mean, he obviously got KO'd by Pettis, but I've never seen him in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
But he's been absolutely dominated. I think Masvidal. Is it Masvidal? No, he beat Masvidal.
No, he beat Masvidal.
Hang on,
but that Pettis KO was so strange, hey? That seemed like the lightest punch ever, and he was just out like a light. Like, that was crazy.
Just came off the fence.
Yeah.
So he's lost to Darren Till, obviously lost to...
Yep.
He got dominated by Gilbert Burns, and that was a clear loss to Bilal Muhammad. I wonder what Bilal's going to do next. I don't know. Maybe sell some tickets to a fight. His sub-defense is a lot better. He's very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
He's the best karate
Absolutely.
in that division,
Yeah.
hands down. But, yeah, just how one-dimensional he is.
Yeah.
Because if he's not sitting back with his hands down, if he's not going to get you by a KO, by a hidden head kick or something, how's he going to beat you?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like you said, he's the best at that karate style, can outpoint you easily.
Yeah.
Like he did with Luque, Vincente Luque and stuff. And he throws a lot of volume as well.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a lot to handle.
He looks good. Like, even if he's losing the fight, he appears to be winning it. He always looks at.
But Holland is just... I just feel like they're so similar, but also so different. It's such a weird fight. Like, it makes sense because they're both stand-up. But it's just their styles. I don't know. They're both capable of the same thing, but they do it very differently, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Don't think this one's going to go to ground, which is going to be good.
Yeah.
Holland's striking is exceptional.
Yes.
With Holland, when he was on that streak, he obviously lost to Vittorian Brunson due to his poor ground game.
Yep.
And then his losses have come to the worst possible opponents. To Hamzat, Vittorian Brunson, 3 guys who are incredible on the ground or in takedown. And Holland just obviously doesn't have the ground game. Has he been working on it? Is he better?
Yeah.
Have you seen him look better?
There was...
Was it Tim? He submitted Tim Means.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was Tim Means where he showed some of his ground game.
Yeah.
And it was quite... Yeah, it was all right. But, you can't go from Tim Means to Chimaev. It's ridiculous.
That is a joke.
I like how he darsed Tim and then got darsed by
Hamzat. He's because his run was 2021, so it was only 18 months ago that he was getting absolutely dominated by Brunson and Vittori.
Yeah.
He doesn't really need a ground game here. I can't imagine.
So, it's worth noting. We know that this fight isn't going to go to the ground because they've said it. They've already said it. When
he only has one submission. Wonderboy's got one submission win. When was that?
When was that?
That was back in 2010. So that was 12 years ago.
Far out. I would never have guessed it.
At Fight Party, Greenville, cage fighting too. Cage with a K.
Oh, God. That's how you know they're legit. Look at his kickboxing record, man. It's like 57-0. That's crazy.
That is unbelievable. Jesus. It's good.
Oh, fuck. What was I saying?
Something about not going to ground.
Yeah. So Holland, they've already said it in the media. When Holland was trying to find a fight, his whole thing was, I want to fight someone that isn't going to take it to the ground. Because I'm so sick of working on my ground game or just doing that in a fight. And then Wonderboy responded saying, "Hey, I'm here." And then next thing you know, the fight got signed. So we know it's not going to touch the canvas at all unless someone gets knocked out.
That's good though. This will be very good because whoever wins this is going to their standings obviously going to go up because Wonderboy is obviously a massive name.
Yeah,
and Holland is a big name now.
Yeah,
where is Holland ranked? I can't even see that in there. He's not even ranked.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. There's so many names in that division. And
Stephen Thompson is drawn on 6 with Jeff Hands of Steel Neal.
Yeah.
Sean Brady's not going any higher than 8. Stephen Thompson still ranks 6. That's generous. I think that's generous considering that run. Considering he's gone, what's that?
Yeah.
3 and 5 with 1 draw.
Still in the top 10 somehow. That's crazy.
That is surprising. Take your phone.
Yeah.
Done. So who you go? Let's have a look at some odds here.
Yeah, let's check out these odds.
Where are we? Stephen Thompson. Kevin Holland's a heavy favourite.
Wow. That's interesting. This could go either way, man. This is so hard to pick.
Who did Kevin Holland? Kevin Holland absolutely dominated someone recently. I've never seen. It was Tim Means. It was Alex Oliveira. I've never seen him, even when he was on that run back in 2020. I've never been more impressed than him.
Yeah.
So it was Tim Means, not Alex, when he choked him in round 2. He was just so confident and just dominant. Yeah. And had whatever Tim threw at him, he handled it.
Yep, had an answer for everything.
He looks so good. And then getting Hamzat. Would a defeat to Hamzat, would that destroy your confidence, or would you just say, nah?
No, for starters, I think Holland is not the person to have his confidence destroyed. Even after the Brunson loss and stuff, he still comes in confident as,
Yeah.
And I think with Chimaev, you can literally just be like, of course I was going to lose to him. I wasn't even supposed to fight him originally, but even if I was, I probably wasn't going to win that,
Yeah. 24 hours notice.
Yeah.
Different weight division.
Yeah.
And against Hamzat.
Yeah.
That's not really a mark against your name, is it?
No, absolutely not. No way.
No. All right. So who are you going to go? You're going to go Kevin Holland?
Oh, man.
I'll tell you, I'm going Wonderboy.
Yeah, you're going to go Wonderboy.
I know Alex is going to go Wonderboy.
Oh, of course.
He's on his nuts, like you and Drew Dober.
I think because I can't choose and you guys are both going Wonderboy, I'm going to go Wonderboy as well.
Wonderboy across the board.
Wonderboy.
On God.
On God. For real.
I've gone back through and had a look at some of Alex. He has got all those one-liners.
Oh, they're so funny.
He pulled off that when we commentated that boxing. Did you hear?
That changed the narrative of this fight.
That was so good. That was so good. 3 of us are going to be there next time.
I'm so excited.
I'm going to be pumped. Oh, the three of us.
I've already told some of my mates.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Because one of my mates went, not to the November one, but the one before.
Oh, that one was awesome.
Yeah, he had a table and everything, and yeah, it's going to be sick.
This next one is going to be, I reckon, one of the best.
Yeah, because we're going to be there.
Oh, yeah, it's because of that. But I think with the last one, it may have been a bit rushed, which affected numbers. The crew that fought were all brilliant, but I reckon these guys that are coming up, this next crew.
It's in April.
Start of April. It is going to be something else. PCR. We're going to be there commentating, just absolutely dominating ringside. We got to recreate that photo as well.
Yeah, I'm
definitely.
So are they still going to have a fourth seat for
the guest
next fighter? And stuff?
Yeah, I think they're going to get rid of that TV. They had a massive TV, like it was about the size of my monitor, like it was there.
Yeah,
it's way too close, and I just push that away. Just get that out of my face. I don't want to see that. Don't want to see Rebecca Johns doing a thing. God, Rebecca Johns.
Becky Gregson.
All right, geez, don't call it that. All right, now that's it. We're done.
Fantastic.
That's done. We'll try to squeeze in another one. We'll do another episode after this. 2 time is just pro 12. We'll get in there. We'll get in there. All right. Thanks everyone. Like and subscribe. Don't like and subscribe. I don't care.
I do. Like and subscribe.
Okay,
Justin, if you're listening to this,
Justin Van Herrden.
Please, I am begging. When you win the belt, shout out to the Grelka Republic.
I'm going to send that to him. I'm going to send this. I'm going to send a clip of this.
I can't stop thinking of it. Can you imagine if that happens?
I'll lose my nut.
Our numbers are going to go insane.
I'll lose my nut if he wins. He's got to win. Get it done, son. That's tomorrow. Everyone, if you're going to watch Eternal, cheer on co-main event Justin Lockjaw Van Herrden.
Yeah.
He's getting the belt. He's going to the UFC. He's going all the way. He's going to be I'm going to go 2025 UFC lightweight champion, Justin Lockjaw.
Yep. Justin Lockjaw, our dad. Taught us everything we know.
Thanks, everyone, and we will see you again soon.